What's up, guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I am documenting my weight loss journey and my journey to getting a tummy tuck, and I would love for you to come along for the ride. First of all, I want to say that, as you can tell by the title, this video discusses plastic surgery. So for whatever reason, if you do not agree with plastic surgery, I don't think that this video is for you. But if you are curious as to why I am deciding to get this procedure, and some of the preparations that I've had to go through to get to this surgery, stick around and stay tuned. So in this video, I'm going to talk about why I decided to get this surgery, how you could go about it if that's really what you wanted to do, the process and everything involved with getting this surgery. Okay, so first of all, I'm going to say this in this video, and I'm sure many videos to come. Plastic surgery is not just a last minute decision. Like, you know, when you're hanging out with a friend and you're like, oh, let's go get our ears pierced, or let's go get a little tattoo, whatever it is, that's small, okay? That's minor. This is a major cosmetic surgery that requires a lot of preparation mentally, physically, financially, all of those things. And you also have to prepare for the recovery process afterwards. So this surgery that I'm getting wasn't just something that I woke up in the morning and I was like, I think I want to get this surgery. I had my first daughter right at 18 years old, and I was not aware of the health implications of gaining tons and tons of weight really quickly during a pregnancy. I had it in my head, you eat for two because you're pregnant. And so during the first 4 months of my pregnancy, I gained 60 pounds. And mind you, I was going from cheerleading, where I was on the mat every single day, running a mile every day, lifting girls above my head. I was very active, to now I'm pregnant, not doing any of those things, and then I just gained a ton of weight. So my body stretched out very, very, very quickly. I have stretch marks on my arms, on my boobs, on my back, on my stomach. Most of them are on my stomach. Stretch marks don't bother me. I do not care about stretch marks. If you watched any of my pregnancy videos, you'll see that I'm like, I love these stretch marks. These are like my war marks, right? I don't care. Stretch marks don't bother me. But what does bother me is the extra skin that I have on my stomach. So after having my daughter, my first daughter, I gained 80 pounds total during my pregnancy, 60 in the first 4 months. And then after I had her, I yo-yo dieted, and I lost weight, gained weight, lost weight, gained weight. So my body, again, stretched out, went back down, stretched out, went back down. But my stomach, because it was stretched, it never went flat. It never went back down flat. And then I got pregnant with my second daughter. And while I carried her differently, I was more conscious of the things that I ate. I didn't gain as much weight as quickly. On that pregnancy, I started heavier than I did with my first pregnancy. And then I also finished heavier. And then I was psychologically going through a lot, and I gained a lot of weight. I got up to my delivery weight and then some after having my daughter. So needless to say, the skin on my stomach has really been through a lot. Now let's talk about stretched out skin just really quickly. So think about your skin as this elastic fabric, kind of. That sounds gross, but it kind of is, right? So you have your favorite shirt, okay? You wear it, it kind of gets stretched out, but you put it in the dryer and it kind of goes back to normal, whatever. But if you stretch that shirt and stretch it, no amount of times that you put it in the dryer is it gonna go back to its original shape, okay? That's the same with skin. Skin can stretch not infinitely, but it can stretch a lot if you stretch it very, very slowly. That's what happens during pregnancy. Your body stretches out very slowly as the baby grows. And sometimes you get stretch marks where your skin kind of has torn a little bit, basically, to allow room for the baby to stretch or to grow inside your body. That being said, just like with a shirt, no amount of dryer can shrink the shirt back to its original shape. No amount of exercise or creams or anything that you've seen can get your skin back to where it was. Now, I'm sure this is just like a general blanket statement. There are people who have minimal stretching who can get their bodies to snap back. There are women who have crazy stretching and it just never goes back to normal. I don't think mine is extreme, but it's not enough. It's not minor enough to where I could use some of these creams and tightening things and whatever, and my skin would go back to normal. Another thing that happens with pregnancy is diastasis recti, or diastasis recti, however you say it, okay? I am not yet a medical professional. But basically your abdominal muscles come together in the middle like this, and they have a ligament in the middle. And I just took anatomy class and I could tell you what that was 3 months ago, but my brain has shut off from school, okay? So just forgive me. Anyway, that ligament that connects your abdominal muscles in the middle, when you get pregnant, it kind of stretches so that your muscles can stretch out and make room for the baby. And then once you've had the baby, your abdominal muscles do the best that they can to go back together. But sometimes when you have diastasis recti, your muscles kind of stay stretched out and it's not as tight as it used to be. And that leaves your stomach with a little bit of a pooch. And that's where like mommy pooches come from, okay? Now I'm gonna say this and just really pay attention. The only way to fix diastasis recti is through surgery. Wind that back again, okay? The only way to fix diastasis recti is by getting it surgically plicated back together, okay? So no amount of exercise, abdominal exercises, which by the way, if you have really bad diastasis, you can injure yourself by exercising, doing lots of ab exercises. So anyway, you cannot fix that with exercising, with dieting, with creams or potions, pills. There's nothing that you can do to fix that besides surgery. Now I actually do have muscle separation in my stomach, as well as a little stretched out skin and all of that. So putting that all together, I am left with this kind of hanging apron. I think it's called a pannus. Medically, you're talking about it. It's this apron of skin that just hangs off of my body. Now imagine, okay, I am 18 years old. I have gone from being this fit cheerleader to being hugely pregnant to having this apron that just hangs on my stomach. My self-esteem was through the floor. It was so bad because I did not understand how much your body could change after pregnancy. I did not understand that it wasn't just gonna snap back. And I didn't understand that everybody was different. That sounds kind of dumb, but I was really young. I didn't know these things. I like had a baby all by myself. There was no one around me that was having babies. So I was experiencing this all on my own. So that really took a hit on my self-esteem. And so actually right after having my first daughter, that is when I started researching tummy tucks. I eventually realized that it's gonna cost a lot more than I thought it would. Started saving, started spending my savings, didn't happen, had another baby, yada, yada, yada. So here we are 7 years later after having my first baby. This stomach is just really, it's gotta go, okay? Not only is it a hindrance to me being able to like move and bend over like this, all of this in here is extra skin. My surgeon has put out videos talking about internal fat versus external fat and a way to check for that as you're sitting down, as you're standing. And my fat and extra skin is, a lot of it is external. So it's just like hanging on my body. It's heavy. It doesn't feel good. It doesn't allow me to like bend over and move the way I want to. Not to mention finding clothes is horrible because to get clothes that fit, I have to have them fit over my stomach. Otherwise my stomach is hanging down over my pants, which is really uncomfortable and not cute. So I have to find pants that fit over my stomach. But if they're big enough to fit over my stomach, they're usually baggy on my legs. If they fit my legs well, then they don't go around my stomach. So it's really hard for me to find pants. I'm like living in leggings nowadays because jeans and other kind of material, it doesn't fit me right. And yes, obviously there is the cosmetic aspect of wanting to have a flatter stomach, of wanting to have a better appeal in clothing. Again, I'm 25 years old. I had my first child at 18 and my second at 22. So my body, my entire life, my entire adult life has been postpartum. It's been a postpartum, stretched out, saggy, hanging body. So for me, dating doesn't feel good. Like I'm just like self-conscious, getting dressed. It's a whole slew of things. So thusly, I have decided to get this surgery. Now, when I really came to the realization how much everything was going to cost, what it all entails to get this surgery, that is when I started my research. Once I decided that this is something that I really wanted to do and like it was just a pressing matter that I had to get done, that's when I started my research. When you're doing research for plastic surgery, it's important to consider a whole slew of things. So first, you want to obviously look at the results. You want to see, for me specifically, my things are the scar. I want the scar to be nice and low. Some scars are like hip to hip, but they like go down in like a V shape, and I don't like that. Some scars are just like very, they didn't heal very well. Some people have weird looking belly buttons, and you can definitely tell like a tummy tuck belly button. So those are the physical things that I've looked for with my tummy tuck surgeon, what the actual incisions and scars are going to look like. I know it's different on everybody, but there's like kind of like a general, I guess, look that each surgeon has with their surgeries. The next thing you want to do once you've picked that surgeon that you like what their work looks like, you want to make sure that that surgeon is board certified. There are surgeons out here that say that they're board certified, but it's not the American Board of Plastic Surgery certified. Like they create their own board and they're like, yep, I'm certified. No, you want to make sure that your surgeon is the American Board of Plastic Surgery certified. Okay. These surgeons have less deaths. They are very accredited. A lot of them have lots of experience. That's another thing to look into. How much experience does your surgeon have? So do some research on that. There is a great website called realself.com, and people post their reviews. They ask questions. Actual surgeons will come and answer those questions for these people. So if you want to take a look at some of those profiles, go to realself.com. Another thing you want to look at is like, pay attention. Does this surgeon say that they can do everything? Can they do breast augmentations, mommy makeovers, lipos, Brazilian butt lifts, tummy tucks? Like they're like rhinoplasties. We do everything. Pay attention. If you go to a surgeon that says they can do everything, they can do like an okay job at everything. But when you go to someone who specializes in specific surgeries, who has really perfected their technique, that is where you get the great results, and the outcomes and the final looks are amazing. All right, full disclosure, here's a little Easter egg in this video. I am also getting a Brazilian butt lift. I know, roll your eyes as much as you want. Maybe we could justify the tummy tuck. Now we're taking it a step too far, okay? That is for my own reasons, my own personal, me and for me only reasons. But I'm saying that because I'm going to tell you that my surgeon is Dr. William from 305 Plastic Surgery in Miami. One thing that I really loved about this specific surgeon is that he releases videos on his Instagram, on his YouTube, on like every social media platform that's easily accessible, free videos teaching you about how he does surgeries, why he has certain requirements for his surgeries, what it might look like, what complications might look like. He goes very in depth and answers specific questions pertaining to these surgeries, and it's very educational. It's really helped me. Now, I know the Brazilian butt lift thing is like a whole craze right now. Like, please, come on. I know, I get it. But again, I was looking into this in 2014 before it became cool, okay? So I just want to say that. But I've learned now that these surgery places are like factories, okay? And that's not necessarily the experience that I wanted, but the look that this doctor gives, it's perfect. I want this look. I want his scars, like the way he does his surgeries, they are perfect. That's why I picked this guy. And that's why I'm sticking with this guy, even though I've heard that these places are like factories, okay? They get like 15 girls in every day with 5 different surgeons. Like, it's crazy. I get it. I get it. I get it. Okay, judge me now. Here's your moment to judge. Okay, moving on. All right, after I did my research and figured out where I wanted to go, who I wanted my surgeon to be, made sure that he was a good surgeon and he's board certified, then I had to start the process of making it happen. So I contacted the facility. I had to pay a deposit to secure my surgery date. And then I got my, they told me everything that comes in my package. They told me, they gave me like a welcome packet, and it tells you everything you need to know leading up to the surgery, how to prepare your body, what to expect, things like that. Then I had to reserve an Airbnb for afterwards. People go to recovery houses. People have, they have family members coming with them. I chose to get an Airbnb. I also chose to have post-operative nursing care. They're a nurse concierge service called StayRN, and they are going to come stay with me for the first 3 days after surgery. My mom is also coming with me to Miami to get this surgery so that she can help take care of me for the week afterwards. And then I'll be flying back about a week and a couple days after my surgery. Now, this is what I was saying when I sent in my initial pics, my consultation pictures. They saw my BMI, they saw my height, my weight, and what I looked like, and they said I needed to lose about 35 pounds. I talked about this video in my weight loss update video, or I talked about this stuff in my weight loss update video, so if you haven't seen that, click that, that's down below too. That's when I started to know, like, I have to lose weight, I've got to get healthy, I have to be in a good state of mind and body to get this surgery. So this is another reason why I'm saying it's not just like an overnight decision. You are going to have your body, or if someone who gets this surgery, I am going to have my body be cut in half, like cut open, okay? So it's going to take a long time for it to recover. My body's going to need to be in the best shape and the best health that it can be to recover quickly and easily. And I am just going to really need that downtime. So I had to also prepare childcare while I was gone and a plan for afterwards when I return, because it's not like I get back here and then I'm just back to normal. It's going to be a long recovery process. So now here I am, 3 weeks as of today away from this surgery. I could not be more excited. I could not be happier because, like I said, I have been struggling with this apron of extra skin and fat since having my first daughter, and she's 7, almost 7 now. So it's been a long time coming. I've worked on myself mentally. I've worked on my self-esteem. I've worked on my body image. It's not perfect. I'm not perfect. I'm human, but it's definitely better than it was. And I feel like I'm really in a good place to finally be able to see the progress that I've made on the outside. Because while I've lost a lot of this internal weight, I still have this apron of fat and skin that hangs on my body on the outside. So I want to remove that so I can see the progress and the hard work that I've been putting into my weight loss journey. Lastly, let's talk about, I just briefly mentioned it, but let's talk about all the things that you kind of need to have in order to be ready for this surgery. So, like I said, I did my research on my doctor and the facility. I also have been in constant contact with the facility. People have been leaving bad reviews about their customer service. I have not had that experience yet, thankfully. So I've been texting with my coordinator like almost regularly. So I did my research, I signed up, I've been in contact with the facility, got my welcome packet. I read it thoroughly. I also purchased supplements. So I've been taking vitamins and iron supplements for the past couple months now. I have been exercising and drinking lots of water. I also had to get a whole slew of supplies for afterwards. So I have like pillows so that I can sit up in bed. I also have a special chair that I have to sit in afterwards. I've got garments, I have medical supplies, I have towels, I have things to cover the bed. Like there's a lot of supplies that actually go into your recovery. And I have a whole video, a haul video for all of the supplies that I have purchased that I'm bringing with me that are staying at my house for recovery when I get home. So you have to purchase all the supplies as well. Then, like I said, I made arrangements for post-op nursing care. That was just for me to have peace of mind, to know that I am in good hands post-op, and know that there are registered nurses who are taking care of me, monitoring my vitals and everything so that I can be as safe as possible once I've left the surgical facility. I also arranged childcare for while I'm gone and when I return so that I'm not like having to jump right back into everything. So I have my entire support system set up for my recovery. Not only have I planned to be off of work and like talk to the clients that I work with and make sure that they know that, but I've also planned to not get a paycheck for 6 weeks. So financially, I've had to think ahead and think about where my money's coming from, what expenses I have in the 6 weeks post-op, so that I can make sure that I'm not like sitting in a hole of debt waiting for my body to be ready to go back to work so I can get money. What else? I think that's pretty much it. So I just wanted to make this video to tell why I'm getting this surgery, all the preparations that lead up to it. So in case you are thinking of getting a surgery like this or someone you know is thinking of it, and to also just like give you a look into the behind the scenes of plastic surgery. I know there is such a stigma against it. People are like, oh my gosh, you just got your body done. But like, there's so much, at least for me, so much more than just walking into the office, sitting on a table and being cut open and sliced and changed. Then there's so much more to it than just that. There's been so much preparation, so much thought, so much self-work, mentally, physically, emotionally, so much money spent. It's not just this thing that you wake up and you're like, I'm getting surgery. I hope this video has given you a window into what the other side of plastic surgery looks like. If you like this video, go ahead and make sure to give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe down below so that you can see my vlog for when I go get this surgery in Miami. And I really look forward to seeing you in my next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.